Just because you can run some errands doesn't mean you belong here. You got a lot more to prove to be one of us. Crater is what you outsiders like to call Raider territory. You want to be welcome here? You earn it. I ain't got a clue. Fisher and his crew put this place together. The only hard labor I do is raiding settlers. Long enough to know we got a bunch of people trying to take what's ours. Settlers, Blood Eagles, even some damn cultists. We may not all have been here back in the day, but Meg sure was. So we're just back to collect. If answering your damn questions means you'll leave me alone, let's hear them. The name's Axel. I've been with this crew long enough to know they don't trust anyone who can't pull their own weight around here. That'd be Meg. And if you don't know that by now, maybe you ought to reconsider what you're doing here. That's right, keep moving.
Looks like your little inoculation worked like a charm. We've established your usefulness, but don't mistake our gratitude for hospitality. Yet here you are. It tells me you're not here just to waste my time. You want something. And it must be important, else you wouldn't be barging in here like you run the place. Out with it. Well, if that don't pique my interest, please, go on. What exactly, pray tell, is inside this Vault 79? This is a fascinating turn of events, ain't it? The things I could buy with that gold. You know, I heard rumors about it round here. Of course, the last sucker who tried to use the location of the trove as a bargaining chip is still dangling from a wire outside as we speak. Liars get wires, you dig? So let's pretend for a moment I don't believe you. What you got to convince me?
Is that a... Nah, couldn't be.
Shit. You know I could just kill you and take this, right? You got a lot to learn before you can roll with us, 7-6.
Behind a scope. Don't tell Serge I said that, though.
I got my own problems to worry about.
Ooh, I like the cut of your jib. Maybe there is hope for you. Toss it up on the board and let's see what you got here. You want something? You take it. It's the only way to live.
Never should have thrown in with that guy in the first place.
All right. Seems pretty legit.
I got my
I
own...
assume you're coming to me because we got the skills to get into this here vault. But you know, we ain't gonna do this out of the goodness of our hearts, baby doll. Oh, no. I'm gonna expect a significant cut of the goods inside. So we're gonna have ourselves an agreement here, see? I supply the people power. You supply the location. We all get inside, we nab the goods, you get a nice fair little cut, and we all make out like bandits, you dig?
Always speaking in riddles.
I don't know, 50% of whatever we take in? Now remember who's gonna do all the heavy lifting in there. If the treasure's half as good as you say, it should be more than enough to set you up for life. And if you impress me enough, maybe you get to roll with us. That is, long as you're cool with people calling you a raider. Yeah? Well, I'd like my mama back from the dead in a world that ain't burned up like a post-nuclear turkey dinner.
What?
we don't always get what we want. Look, I know it ain't what you want to hear, but maybe you get a little bonus if you prove you're worth it, alright? So, first things first. We gotta have a plan to crack that big-ass vault door wide open, right? Easy peasy, light and breezy. That's a job for Lucky Lou, our demo expert. If he can't explode it, then it ain't from this earth. Now, Lou can be a real shut-in, on account of his, skin condition. But I trust him more than just about anybody. Why don't you go see him in his room down below? Introduce yourself. Fill him in on the plan, and do whatever prep work he needs you to do, you dig?
I got my own problems to worry about.
At least when it comes to dying. Lou's got a knack for cheating death. He was up in Pittsburgh, 70 years old when shit went down. They say a real honest-to-goodness A-bomb fell straight in his living room. Thing didn't go off. A dud. When the radiation came flowing down the rivers into the city, most died or went feral. But Lou, he survived. Changed, but with his mind intact. You get the picture. Right on, 7-6. Do your thing. Just try to keep this on the down low, alright? I don't want the entire camp knowing what's going on yet. Only tell who I say to tell, you dig?
Stupid man. Always speaking in riddles. What kind of trouble did he get into this time? Ah! Never should have thrown in with that guy in the first place.
Is it daytime out there? You can lose track of time down here. You're the new gal, aren't you? I seen you talking with Meg and poking around. What brings you to me? Questions? Oh, sure. What sort of questions? Lou? Oh, well, he's a good guy. We both fell in with this lot around the same time, so he and I have a bit of a kinship. Not many are accepting of Lou, since he's one of those ghouls. But unlike the Firas, he's still got his brain in working order. He's not afraid to put in a day's honest work. He's a great craftsman. And on top of that, he has skill with explosives. For whenever that's handy. And it comes in handy more often than you think. Oh, I don't know. Couple of days, maybe? He mostly keeps to himself. So there are times where I don't see him for weeks, despite us all living so close together. I suppose you haven't seen Lou yet? With all respect, Lou's not easy to look at. When the radiation flooded Pittsburgh, it left him changed. Skin melted off, but still alive. Still more or less human. I get the impression he wasn't very sociable to begin with, and that just made it worse. He gets anxious around people, and people get anxious around him.
Nice
But
comeback.
everyone knows he's useful around here. So he lives tucked away. It works. Sure. And I'll ask again, what brings you here? Lou, huh? I didn't know he was gone. Maybe he was just tired of being cooped up in that hole of his and went for some fresh air? Okay, okay. You got me. I confess. I intentionally misled you.
The Scorch better watch out.
But it's not what you think. I had to do it. I promised Lou I would try to throw people off his trail if they came looking for him. I was hoping he'd come to his senses, return by now, and this wouldn't be necessary. Truth is, I'm worried. When he left, he was more glum than usual, like something was weighing heavy on his mind. Nothing I'm aware of. Nothing truly bad ever seems to happen to him. In fact, if I was still a religious man, I would say God watches over him and has special plans for Lou here on this earth. Lou's one of the luckiest men alive. He's over 95 years old, and still fit as a fiddle. Sharp as a tack. I've witnessed over a dozen times where something should have rightly killed any normal man. But not Lou. To be honest, I don't know. He came to see me before he left. I was busy working and only half listening, but I think he said something about feeling like a burden. He's never been a burden on anyone. He gives to himself and does more than his fair share of work. Not exactly. But I did send out a friend of mine to go find him, just before you showed up. She's a tracker. Best I've ever known. Unfortunately, she hasn't come back yet. Might be she's having trouble getting Lou to see eye to eye. My friend's not the best conversationalist, and Lou's stubborn. Maybe you can go and mediate. Talk some sense into old Lou.
Free. Good thing those settlers haven't learned that yet.
Oh, right. Pardon me. Since my tracker buddy went off alone, I rigged up a tracking beacon I could use to find her, just in case she ran into trouble and, wasn't able to make it back. I don't think that's the case here, but fair warning, this might lead you to a dead end. In which case, I'm sorry. You can use your Pip-Boy to track the beacon's radio signal. The closer you are, the more it will ping. It should get you to where you need to be. Good luck. And, I hope Lou's okay when you find him.
Hello? I was not expecting anyone. Yes, I am Weasel. Lou is deep inside the mine, but he does not want to be found, and it is dangerous to go alone. We can find him together. You lead. I will follow. We should be quiet.
I ain't interested in whatever you got. I ain't got nothing of value, so piss off. This better be good. Yeah, it's me. What's up with you? Yins don't sound familiar. What you need me for? I ain't going back to Crater. Cuz that's my business, and my business alone. Keep your never nose out of it. Nah, I'm retired. I just decided it. turn it sideways, and put it where the sun don't shine. I ain't interested. Now listen up. I don't want to talk, cause I don't want you to hurt. I rigged this place to blow, and you being here has put a royal wrench in my plans. Now, you can try to get here to me before I get this son of a bitch detonator working, or you can kinda screw off and get out alive. I don't recommend anything in between. Now, if you excuse me, I'm busy.
No way forward. Lou shut it tight. But come look at this. Over here. I have an idea. It looks like there is a way through. We could exclaim, expose, destroy it with Big Boom and go to the other side. I cannot clear it. Garbage. I cannot make it sure. But I was told to get Lou, and you were told to get Lou too. We can try this, or we can go home with no Lou. Meg will not be happy if there is no Lou. I have done this kind of work with Lou before. Stand back. I will set up the Big Boom. Stand back, or you will die. Focus. Do not talk to me now. See, that worked. Told you it would. Lou is crazy for coming here. Did Lou make this? It looks like a machine to kill himself. It looks like it did not work. Sounds like a fog crawler ahead. And it looks like Lou made another self-killing trap. Maybe you can use it against the creature. This cave sucks. That building looks like the way forward. I cannot wait to get out of here. I did not think we would survive. I do not think that trap was meant for us. I am glad it did not work. There is another weak wall here. We'll try to get through it with a Big Boom again. Do not stand near the Big Boom when it goes off. Get to a safe place before the boom. is your problem? There we go. We should hurry. I hear Blue working up ahead. I will stay here. You should be the one to handle this part. But we need to be quiet or Lou will hear us. You could try to go in as quiet as possible and disable each big boom. That would stop him from making them boom. Then talk to him. Or, if you are good with words, you could just try to talk to him. He may see your point. Just be careful. I do not want to be buried alive because you fornicated.
Ah! What the? Where the hell did you come from, you sneaky jagger? You did what? Why in hell you gotta do that? Of course this would happen this way. What a pain in my ass. You gone through all the trouble not to get here. Lord, after stop an old man from off himself. What do you want? That's what I said. Did I stutter? In case it ain't obvious, I'm one of them rad-soaked ghouls. Been that way going on 25 years. Ain't no way to live. Killing myself's the only way to keep people safe. Of course, that's harder than you'd think. You see them fears, right? Only a matter of time before I'm one of them. I don't want to kill nobody who ain't got a good reason to be killed. It's bad enough I look like a monster. It's a whole nother thing to kill just 'cause something moved. That's different. We don't kill nobody for no reason. We offer mercy. We let people join up. We ain't as bad as you think. We give them a choice. And we only kill if we need to. It's about survival. Not killing because we feel like it. Yins ain't making a good case if you want my help. It ain't the kind of life I'd wish on nobody. Says you. Yins ain't chock full of radiation. Still got skin in the right places. No worries about losing what makes you human. And not being able to stop yourself from killing those that matter to you. That's why this is the only way. Besides, I'm old. I was old when I came down with this. I ain't showing any signs of slowing down now. I'm real tired of this. It's too much. I'm done. Not yet. How do you think those Ferals get that way? All I know is I can't be around people when that happens. Best to seal myself away. I only run across a few others like me. They were all worried about the same. What if? No one's got any idea. Ain't exactly a doctor around who knows how this all works. So yeah, maybe I'm fine. Maybe I'll live another 100 years and not nothing goes sideways. But you seen all them fears out there. Way more of them than there is like us. I don't want to take no chances. This unnatural walking corpse of a body. It ain't no way to live. Say I go back with Yins to help. What happens if I change for the worse and end up killing others? Then what happens if people have trouble putting me down? So I end up killing them all. What then?
Yeah, well, I don't like taking chances. That's why I work with explosives. So, here's the deal. If I do this job for Jens, you gotta help me off myself after it's done. It's gotta be you. I don't want nobody else knowing about this. I don't think it's gonna happen. But likewise, so long as Jens let me try to convince you I need to die, it's a deal. Remember, not a word to the others about what I was out here doing or why. Not even Fisher. Don't want him thinking less of me. And I don't want to cause any of them fright. Now, let's hear about this jaw. Jens want to blast our way into a vault? Sounds crazy, but I can do it. I'm in. You go on ahead back to Crater. I gotta get things in order around here, so nothing happens to it while I'm gone. Meet you there. Hope this job of yours is worth the risk of bringing me along. Just because I said I helped Nat, don't mean I'm happy about it.
I am glad we found